Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to work on another Christmas layout, and if you've seen any of my past videos, you know that I'm working directly into a Christmas album that I'm trying to finish up in order to have displayed during the Christmas season this year. So let me go ahead and show you my paper selections for today's video. I've chosen this lovely wood grain pattern, and it's going to basically be mounted on right onto my album page, and it's going to be just a little mat around the outside of my layout. So I am going to gut out the center of this. Then I'm going to bring in this beautiful dark red paper, and it's going to lay on top of the wood grain where there's only maybe about 1/4 of an inch of the wood grain showing through. And this again, I will be gutting the center because I'll be laying a third piece on top with probably leave about 1 inch to 1.5 inches showing of the red, and then the green paper is where my photos will lie. Okay, now let me tell you where the papers came from. The gorgeous wood grain paper came from the Deep in the Woods texture designer paper pack, okay, which is still available. The red, believe it or not, came from the Totally Tonal red and orange duo. You'll see here that there's lots of different orange and red shades, and this is the one I chose right here. So this makes it perfect for Christmas. There's a couple others on here that I think would be perfect for Christmas layouts as well. Okay, and this one is still also available. The green grid kind of pattern paper came from the Totally Tonal green Hues paper pack, which is sadly no longer available. A lot of times when these Totally Tonals come out, they do sell out pretty quickly. But coming up in July, we will be having another line of Totally Tonals coming out. So jump on those. If you like the Totally Tonals, then jump on those as soon as possible. Okay, so let me go ahead and get these papers gutted and into the page the way I want to have it for this layout, and I'll be right back. I have trimmed my paper down. You'll see I have the wood grain back here, which I did gut out a pretty good amount. And then I did also gut out the red. And so why do I gut it out? Well, a couple reasons. One, I just love my paper and I want to conserve it and take it into a future layout, or maybe even use it for pieces on this layout. I could use them as photo mats. I could use it as embellishment cluster bases. So that's why I got it. But also because I am working directly into an album, I'm already made this page pretty heavy by having 2 pieces of paper here. So I wanted to keep it, lighter and also to make my pages less thick. Okay, because now I trimmed down the green piece as well, and that would be 3 whole pieces on here, and it's starting to get pretty thick before I even added photos and embellishments. Okay, so I did not add this, adhere this one down because I wanted to first bring in my Creative Memories corner rounder, and I am going to corner round the 4 corners, trimmed it to 9.5 by 9.5 inches, and it's going to lay just like that on our page. You'll see these Totally Tonal papers have multi-uses. This is just one different use for them, which is to bring them into a Christmas layout. So that's pretty unique. So let's look at our pictures and what we're going to do here for today. So I have 3 photos. Now, the quality of these photos are not very, very good. They're very cloudy looking, foggy, but I love the story behind my photos. Now, this album, if this is your first time seeing me use this album, it is a compilation of all the different years that my husband and I have been together, starting from 1998 all the way to present. That's how I want this book to be laid out, and I just want 1 page per year. And if I can highlight something that happened or took place in that year, then that's even better. But this year, and the reason I selected these photos for this layout is because this year we had 1 daughter at this time, and we decided we were going to take her to the local mountains for a photo shoot and to create our own Christmas card. So, and as you can see, the photos didn't come out well. Yeah, I'm not a great photographer. I do like taking pictures. I've just, you know, have my challenges. So anyway, we were up in these local mountains, and you can see she was being very cute and very, very cooperative, and we were having just a lot of fun up until the time the ranger pulled up next to us and told us that we had to leave. And we were shocked. We're like, oh, are we on somebody else's property? You know, what's going on? And he said, no, there's a loose bear in the area, and we're trying to find him and make sure that everyone is safe. So sure enough, we took his advice. We scooped up our daughter and we left. And then I got these developed and realized that they didn't come out that great. Couldn't even use them for our Christmas card that year. And I did have to set up a whole nother photo shoot another day. But I just love these photos, and I thought, you know, I don't mind if they're a little out of focus. That's what I'm going to use them. I'm going to put them in here. And then I will need to save room on this layout for a decent sized journaling block, so I can tell the story about the ranger telling us that yes, we brought our 18-month-old, 20-month-old daughter up into an area where there's a loose bear. So anyway, kind of a fun story. But so my idea with this for today is to take the 3 photos and kind of string them across. Now, in this book, I generally 2 to 3 photos only per year. I might even go down to 2 for sure, but we'll see. I would kind of want to get all 3 in if I can. So I've decided I'm going to use a 3.5 by 4 inch size. So I have my mat here. Now, this is a new mat. I just cut it from new product from the Dollar Tree. And so it's not as clear as the old product. So, but it's still usable. This photo here is the biggest of all of them. And so I went with this one, and I do want to keep the 4 inches width, and then I had to play around with the size, and I think I'm going to go with a 3.5 by 4. So that gives me her and a little bit of the scenery. Okay, so let me get my personal trimmer and get these trimmed down. Let's start with this one. I'll line it up in the center. So Creative Memories just came out with their version of these kind of mats, and they I think they have 4 different sizes, but they're clear. You can see right through them. I think I could see well enough through this, but you know, you could see a lot clearer through there. So as soon as I get those, I will demonstrate those for you all and compare them to our Dollar Tree version. Okay, so that's the 3.5 by 4. I like that. And I'm going to continue with these other 2 photos. So my idea is to, like I said, string them across, and stringing is literally what I want to do. Okay, let's see. Because I do have a piece of twine that I want to use to help string them across. So I think, let's see, what would it look like with just 2? Yeah, I think I might have to get rid of 1 photo. I think I really just want to, I need to have a big journaling spot down here. Let's grab a card for that, just to have a placeholder. I do want it somewhere down here. So let me push that up a bit. I don't need all of this, so let's go ahead and get this laid out. I just want it kind of loosely for now. I might tighten it up a little bit here in a minute, but for sure we don't need all of that. So we could do a couple of things here. Let's see, let's put it kind of like that, and then we can curl up the ends. And to get this to stick down, I will use a little bit of wet glue, and then I will have the photos hanging off of that. Now I'm trying to decide here if I think what I'm going to do is actually hole punch. I've never done that before, so let's go ahead and try that out. So I'm going to give it a little hole punch. And then I'm going to literally just thread it through and have it go behind the photo. Okay, So something like that. And same over here. I want it to go behind the photo. So it does look like my photos are just hanging off of a line, like a clothesline, and I kind of want them a little closer together and maybe a little tilted, so something like that. Up a little higher because I'm going to have my journaling box down here. Okay, there. What do you guys think about that? If I could always trim this one down a little more and get that in there as well. Let's see, what are some of my other ideas? I did want to bring in, I have some embellishments over here. I do have this tree, which might be a little big, but I can have it and have my journaling resting on that. And it can come actually right there between my photos. I'm okay with it resting right there. I like the tree. It represents the fact that we were up in the local mountains. What else do I want to do here to decorate a little bit more? So I wanted to bring in some little clouds because as you can see, it was kind of a little bit of a cloudy day, or at least my pictures make it seem really cloudy, right? So I kind of want to put my clouds up in the top corner like that up there. Now coming off of the string, I'm thinking I want to add a little something dangling off the string as well. So I would have some other things here. I have some little tags I thought would be cute. I could put it in the center there, or I could put it off to the side over here. And then I also have one little heart that I could bring in. I also have this little tag we could hang down. Let's see here. I kind of like this tag right here. Let me go ahead and put a little hole in that. Grab this paper punch, make a small little hole, and thread this through. So it's kind of going to dangle off the side of our little banner here. I guess we're going to make a little cluster up here with our cloud bank. So it'll hang off like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. It'll just hang there. And then I was thinking the heart, but now I don't like them together. It's too much plaid. Now she's wearing black and white checks. If I maybe had a, I can go back and look for a black and white checker heart. Might be kind of cute, right? To bring out the check that she's wearing on her outfit there. And now over here, I feel like maybe I need to have something hanging there as well. A black and white checkered heart here. I think we can dangle this one. We'll poke a little hole and poke it through as well, and kind of dangle it from our string as well. Okay. Okay. Let's scoot it over just a tad. So it's going to dangle like that. And then we'll bring down our clouds to go like that. Okay, I'm liking it. Yes, I am liking it a lot. I have a little poinsettia flower. I could maybe bring up here for the top, somewhere around here to make it a little more cohesive, or maybe down here at the bottom. I do like that. Now for my journaling area, I was going to bring in some of this lined Creative Memories paper and cut out a little journaling box with this paper. So let's go ahead and do that. Now let's see, I do kind of like this size. I think that's going to be plenty. So let's do that. I'm going to cut all the way up to that line and then across. Okay, tuck it under our photo on top of the tree. Let's see, I like it like that. So I do want to give this a little punch at the bottom there. So I'm bringing in this notebook punch. It's from EK Success. And I'm going to just punch this to look like a notebook. So when it's there, it looks like it came right out of a notebook. Okay, bring this back in. So it'll look like this. I'm going to have it just touching the picture ever so slightly, or right there at the bottom of the picture, and then hanging off the edge. Okay, so let's see what else. We need a little something over here. So I need to bring in some kind of I want to bring in maybe a little tag. I do have this one that's kind of cute and matches the black and white check that we have. So let's go ahead and punch a little hole in this as well and string it through the other side. Yeah, I do. I like that. And I do feel like I need one more little thing over there. Okay, so to hang on the other side over here, I did go to my die cut machine and print out and cut out a little tag, another little tag. I didn't realize I wanted all tags hanging here, but I'm really enjoying that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this tag through here, and then maybe that's where I could bring in this heart and have it hanging off of that tag like that. And I also have some little puffy stickers. So yeah, let's pull this back off and let's get a little bit of adhesive, reposition a little adhesive right here, and decorate our little tag before we actually string it on. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of holly there. And then I'm going to string that through so that it's kind of hanging off the edge over here as well. Yeah, I'm really liking that. This will come right over here, and I might also bring in another little bit of this holly to kind of pop it up, give it a little bit of dimension down here as well. And I do have my date already out on wax paper, so it's going to go right like that. Yep, I'm really enjoying this. I really think that this is what I'm going to do. The only other thing what I might do is bring in a little bit more finishing touches. I have some old ornament stickers here I might put down here, or what I'm really considering is some of these pine cones and maybe putting a pine cone here or there. So look for that in the close-ups. I'm going to get this all adhered down and I will show you some close-ups at the end, but that's really it. This one is going to be pretty simple. I think my highlight here would be using the twine to dangle those across the edge. So I hope that you were inspired in some way to get your pictures, even if they're older, get them into albums and tell the story that you want to tell. Okay? Well, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.